Matter of fact, if you a people pleaser, you cooked. Yeah, you cooked. You already done striked out if you a people pleaser. Life don't reward people pleasers. Okay? You'll do much more damage to yourself trying to please people, being a people pleaser. And as we enter this age of information, okay, that is pioneering this spiritual evolution that we all witnessing in this moment, we can't give rise to no more people-pleasing energy. People-pleasing energy is why the world is the way it is. Some of you been trying to not only please people that aren't for you, but some people are trying to even please aspects of themselves that ain't for you. Yeah, because people pleasing, it works many different ways. Works in mysterious ways. Yeah, instead of trying harder, you much more rather please the weak version of you. So since you have this correspondence with yourself, you have the same correspondence with the world. People who aren't people pleasers, they also not people pleasers to themselves. Sometimes I may have to remind people that I'm mentoring or coaching that I don't always do what I want to do. That's a people pleaser. I do what I need to do. I do what I must do. I do what I have to do. Want to do would take away attributes of my adulting. Adults shouldn't be running around doing only what they want to do. Yeah, you may be a people pleaser. If you find yourself suffering in needs, just because you are rolling around in your wants, you a people pleaser. If you find yourself being a yes man or a yes girl, yup. Whenever somebody asks you your opinion, you telling them yes. Whenever somebody, asks the way you feel, you always feel good. You a people pleaser. Whenever you bite your tongue from telling the truth, you a people pleaser. And people pleasing is not going to do the world any justice. People pleasing is keeping people from standing up for the things that they know is right. But because the things that are right don't fit into the status quo, it's not the collective thought. A lot of people want to belong to the hive mind. People pleasing. Because what's right or what's true doesn't fit into the status quo. Okay? It isn't the popular opinion, as they say. You won't even tell the truth. You won't even tell the truth. I'm talking to the people pleasing. I'm talking to that people pleasing energy that sometimes exists in some of us or have existed in some of us. Today we finna unalive it. Yup. We gonna have a spiritual conversation. Can we tell the people pleasing energy to come hither? Come on to the front. People pleaser, come on to the front. And we gonna talk about it. How much progress have you been making pleasing people? How much progress have you been making being nice? Some of you get mistaken, nice and kind. Nice is a pushover. Nice is a pushover. Kindness is sturdy. I'm gonna say this again. Nice is a pushover. Kindness is sturdy. Okay? Some of you allow people to bring you certain energies, like venting. Some of y'all become the trash can because you want to be the people pleaser. How dare you allow people to bring you their trash, the things that they didn't want inside of them. You gonna let them bring it to you? Because you want to appear as the good family member. Because you want to appear as the good friend. I don't want a friend like that. Yeah, no one likes a people pleaser. Although in front of you, they may smile. They may allow things to happen. Okay? They may brush a lot of your people pleasing attitudes under the rug. But no one likes a people pleaser. Why? Because we can't trust the people pleaser. People pleasers are untrustworthy. Yeah, because since you aim to please people, we don't know what's your thought. We don't know how you feel. For real, how you really feel about me. How do you really feel about me? Okay, don't just look past my flaws or my mistakes. Tell me about myself. How would I become better? If I can't see them myself, right? That's why we need others. We need to practice reflection. Reflection isn't about people pleasing. Okay? Reflection isn't about people pleasing. When you find in your tribe, yeah, being amongst your tribe and people that are just like you, it isn't then that you become a people pleaser because you around energies like yourself. No. When you around energies like yourself, you're going to do what your ancestors done taught you. Treat people like you want to be treated. Would you want to have something important coming up? Okay, knowing that you're making grave mistakes. Okay, knowing that you're overzealous in certain ways and timid in others. Wouldn't you much more rather this light be shined? Wouldn't you much more rather be enlightened on your personality defects that you may have overlooked? People pleasing benefits nobody. Okay, people please. Listen, I've been in a lot of situations. I've been around people pleasers. I'm speaking from experience. I done built a few communities and groups. Okay, all for the sake of making people richer. I mean physically, monetarily. Okay, but then also making them richer spiritually and mentally. I built a few communities. And I remember, and I say I have, meaning those same people not around. Them same people not around. That same version of me is not around. Okay? Why? Because not only was I allowing behavior to go on for the sake of the status quo, but other people was allowing behavior from me to go on for the sake of the status quo. One of my expertise is organizing, right? That's one of my passions and favorite things to do. One of my businesses involve organizing. I am an event organizer, okay? I have an event organizing company. So, nevertheless, people that frequent my events, okay, you pay a different number. Some of these events be $15. Some of them be up to $90. Okay? And at a certain point in time, never is every week. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Tuesdays, we finna be off. Okay? And this is so I can have a full schedule for everyone. Some people work by the hour. Some people work by commission. Some people work, okay, subcontracted, flat rates for a certain amount of agreed time. Okay? But let me just tell y'all how I had men and women around me. Okay? At a certain point in time, more than 40 to 60 around me nearly every day. Some of them slept in my homes. Okay? Some of them stayed at my event spaces. Some of them was there more than me. And it wasn't until it was this one event I was having, okay, that I noticed that, hold up, there's a problem here. Okay? I think people been people pleasing me. So then it made me look at everyone else. Okay? So what happened was, a cook had called out. One of my cooks had called out, and I get a call, say, yeah, listen, the cook isn't here. Every ticket I sold had included the meal, so I needed the cook to be there. And I'm not aluminum, and I didn't like aluminum for you chefs or aluminum for you catering. So you're not going to hear crumbling in the back doors of any of my events. We ain't crumbling, we hibachis. Okay? We cooking the food there. We prepped it somewhere else, and we cooking the food there. Okay? So nevertheless, It's just prepped food there. I done prepped it prerequisitely in one of our ghost kitchens. I bring the food, and they telling me 2 hours later after I leave and running around with my family. Matter of fact, I was on a date. I was on a hot date too. I remember that one. I was on a hot date. Okay? And I get the call. Listen, the cook isn't here. I say, what? The cook ain't here? What? Right? So I comes. And of course, y'all don't know, but I was an executive chef already. I was executive chef, y'all little Kwam. I done mastered a few areas in life. Okay? Especially when it pertains to feeding people. Okay? Nevertheless, I comes, I give the food. Okay? I give people exactly what they asked for. Okay? And was having a good time. I'm on my way out the door again. I done did what I was supposed to do. Everybody ate. I probably made about 47 plates. 47 meals. Okay? They was the people that bought the meal tickets. Then there was other tickets. Performing tickets. People that just come, pass by us. Right? I sell by the scale. Nevertheless, on my way out the door, I'm leaving now. One of my managers, a female, beautiful female. Matter of fact, she went to one of my schools. She graduated from one of my schools. And so she can make her money back. Because I like for people to make their money back. Okay? I like for people to make their money back. Hold on, DJ. I like for people to make their money back. So I offered her the opportunity to make, 4 or 5 times as much as she spent. Okay? Nevertheless, she grabs me. Cause it's loud. She couldn't call me. She grabs me. She said, "Can you stay?" I said, "Can I stay?" Why? I was so befuddled. Yeah, we're using that word. I was befuddled. I said, why? Mind you, you speaking to somebody, you listening to somebody who didn't go to his events. I didn't have that type of ego. I'm an artist, but I didn't perform at my own events. Okay, I like to have fun, but I wasn't dancing at my own events. I didn't go to a lot of them. Majority of the people that have paid to come to my events, I never met. I never seen, I never met. Right? So, when I asked why, she said, people want to meet you. They want to talk to you. I said, why? Yeah, I'm lost. Totally removed. You know how they say you could be far removed? I was removed. I was so busy at being a leader, right? I forgot the community aspect of it that mattered. Meaning I was forging community for the people in the community. It wasn't for me. Okay? Nevertheless, when she said this, right, I even asked her, I said, well, what they want to talk to me for? Somebody told you it was a problem? Somebody needs something? She was like, no, nobody need nothing. We took care of everything. Her and the staff that I had there, minus the cook. She said, we got everything we need. You made sure that we was okay. You made sure that these people was okay. They want to meet you. I said, how you know? She said, I've been working with you for the last 20 events. People have been asking for you for the last 20 events, sir. I have to make up things. Right? And I said, oh, okay. I go around meeting people. Hi, how you doing? People getting up, hugging me. The host I had, now mind you, that was the manager. I had a host. The host I had called me to the stage. I ain't seen the host in maybe 6, 7 events. The host called me to the stage. It was artists on the stage as well. And they sit there and gave me the best thank yous and appreciation and gratitude. I thought that was so beautiful. Right? And as I returned their thank yous, it started to sink in. I said, wow, I have a full staff here and none of y'all thought to invite me to my own event. Y'all see that I'm gun-ho serious about doing my job. I'm a super focuser. Y'all ain't think to tell me? Then as I'm walking out, I look at everybody's energy. Everybody standing, arms crossed. Sometimes the way I stand. Sometimes I be like this, sometimes I be like this. And I see everybody standing like me, and I'm looking like, what did I create? People have lost a sense of character and personality. What did I do? This was not what I meant to do. Okay? So, at that moment, I knew everybody been people pleasing. Everybody just been doing what they thought I wanted. Everybody been doing, what they thought I wanted to see. Showing me what they thought I wanted to see. Even that stance, walking out. That's what they thought I would want to see. Then I sat there and thought. I meditated. For about 2-3 days, I meditated. Fasted and meditated. And in meditation, I realized, I said, wow. Since they are mirroring me in reflection of me, I've also been the people pleaser. See, you speak to yourself like that when you take responsibility. When you're an accountable person. Okay? I wasn't having a conversation with me that was going to lead to me blaming nobody else. I don't have those conversations. I sat there and said, yes, it's me. I'm showing you this because all I'm doing is trying to please y'all, making sure y'all got the money y'all need to make, making sure your families is happy. All I'm trying to do is please this community, making sure they have a safe haven, making sure they have everything they want at these events. All I'm doing is being a people pleaser. Not only was that not fair for them, to them, but it wasn't fair to me. It was not fair to me. So what I thought was success, it wasn't success. I capped my success, at the expectations that I had for people. And I shouldn't have had any expectations but abundance. You see, that's vague. It's okay to have vague expectations so you don't cap yourself. Meaning the 40 to 60 people that I had around me, I already planned for that. I already knew that was going to be the case. I don't care if it's 2 weeks out and I only sold 10 tickets. I knew that me and who I am, I get 40, another 40 and 50 people there. That's what I do. Nevertheless, I knew that people pleasing has crept in, became a poison and began poisoning me, and I shared it with everybody else. We all was drinking from the people-pleasing cup. So I had to have a meeting. Called the meeting. I apologized to everybody, and the long story short, I started coming to every event. I started relearning, hearing from people, learning from people, and I met a lot of people that said they already knew me. I'm that type of person. I meet people who say they already know me. I meet people like that and still to this day, right? But then it was like, wow, you know me, you've been spending money with me, I don't even know your name. Imagine artists. They done performed for me. I used to charge $25 to perform 2-3 songs, depending on the length, right? And we're going to put that on rotation because no one wants to hear your songs back to back. You go first and you go 6. Nevertheless, imagine somebody say they've been performing for me all year and I never met them, never heard a song, never knew the name. It was embarrassing. Go ahead, DJ. You can cut it back on. They're getting a little too serious in here. It was embarrassing though, y'all. People pleasing don't benefit nobody. It did not benefit me. It did not benefit the people I was leading. It did not benefit my communities that I was building. It did not benefit, anyone. My offspring who's learning from me, they're learning from me. My offspring used to come to the events just to cross T's and dot I's. We ain't come to enjoy. So when I started enjoying myself, which I felt like a baby, I was like, wow, I was missing all of this? Wow. You know, you ever deal with people y'all can tell they ain't come outside in a little while? They ain't been around people in a little while. They eyes wide, they a little. That's how I was. And that's how my sons were. Right? And believe it or not, I'm still shaking a little bit of that off. I'm still shaking it off. It feels good. I know I be outside a lot. Okay? But it was a lot of times I was not outside in my life. Like, not truly in the present. Life is different when you're in the present. Okay? Nevertheless, we need to check this people-pleasing energy. We got people we need to save. We got a world that needs us. Okay? Nobody likes a people-pleaser. The earth don't like a people-pleaser. Because, listen, people-pleasing will have you embarrassed to do the right thing. How many of you been embarrassed? You don't want to pick the trash up that you see on the ground because you don't want somebody to see you picking up trash. How many people be embarrassed to do the right thing? You don't want to go stand up and speak up for yourself. Okay? How many people been unalived that is asking for your protesting? That is asking for you to come together, but you don't want to do that on the days that you off because you don't want to upset anybody. You don't want to ruffle any feathers. You a people pleaser. People pleasing got our government keeping their feet on our necks. Foot on neck energy only happens to the people pleasing. I'm gonna say that again. Feet on neck energy only happen to the people pleaser because you won't say nothing, about that foot on your neck. You won't complain. You won't cry. Y'all not upset about nothing? Hello? Y'all not upset about nothing? Not about your food? Not about the way you being treated as a person? Yeah, it's about to get serious. Y'all not upset about what's happening to your countrymen? People getting hung in trees? People getting found unalive? Y'all not upset about? Y'all don't have any reason to. Y'all don't have no reason to be upset. The medical field, the medical system don't got you upset. You go in these hospitals, you may not come out. Y'all not upset about that? Okay, listen. Some people may think that the world is afraid. People aren't afraid as you think. People not afraid to be hurt. You wasn't afraid to go to work and work your life away for 40 to 70 years and to retire with pennies. You wasn't afraid of that. You wasn't afraid to get your heart broken. You wasn't afraid to break someone's heart. I don't want to hear you afraid. Okay? You just don't want to ruffle some feathers. You just don't want to embarrass yourself. The road to ascension, the road to abundance is you're going to have to step on those steps of embarrassment. What you thought this was? You thought you wasn't going to have to embarrass yourself? Best bet embarrass yourself rather than someone else embarrass you. Okay? Listen, entrepreneurs stepping out for the first time, they don't care. They not people pleasing. Yeah, they finna embarrass themselves. People that standing up, putting their fists up, putting up signs, protesting. I don't know if y'all seen the protests when they get nitty gritty. Look at people energy. You think people ain't got no lives? You think they was jobless? You think they was homeless? No, they not. Jobless and homeless people don't do that. No, these people got jobs. They got things to defend. And no, they not finna lay down and sit down like people pleasers. People pleasing is dangerous. It will manifest with this parasitic nature into the worst things, the worst decisions, the worst conversations, the worst personality traits, this all come from people pleasing. I asked you before you get out of here, what are you upset about? You should be upset about something. Is it not the plastic? You're breathing in plastic. It's in the air, the particles. Yeah, it's in the soil where your food is grown, so you're eating it. It's in your bloodstream. It's in your ovaries. It's in your loins. Are you not upset about that? Or are you saving your upsetness for the people that look like you? Or are you saving your upsetness for the people that love you? Some of you have more upsetness for the people that love you. You will argue and fight with your mates, your family, more than you'll fight and stand up to an adversary. Are you a people pleaser? Nobody likes a people pleaser. And if you are a people pleaser, let me go ahead and give you something to please. Let me let you please the algorithm. Come on, yonder and please me. Please me by tapping on that subscribe button. Please me by commenting. Please me, okay, by cutting that notification bell on, since you the people pleaser. And if you're not the people pleaser, go ahead and upset the algorithm by being the rebel. Be the rebel, okay? Make sure you subscribe. Be the rebel. Make sure you comment. Be the rebel. Okay? Make sure you join me in all of my streams so we can build our community, so we can build our civilizations. And we're going to do this mind at a time, tribe at a time, household at a time, heart at a time. This is a spiritual revolution, and we don't need no people pleasers. Okay? Yeah, we're going to enrich ourselves mentally, spiritually, and physically. And for that matter, our slogan is let's get rich. Okay? With a big old smile. Okay? Thank you for joining me. Stay tuned. Come on right back. Okay? We got about 2 more episodes. Okay? That's lined up for you. Okay? To feed your mind, feed your body, feed your spirit. If you just got here in any way, shape, or form, even if you was born today, you can find all of this on YouTube. Okay, find all of this on YouTube at yahlillakwame.com. YAHLILLAKWAME. No .com. Yahlillakwame on YouTube and all streaming platforms. If you like long form, educational, spiritual, esoteric wisdom that speaks right to soul. Okay, that's what I'm good at. Oh, and let's get